Today we are very glad to have Yanliu here talk about migrant village in Guangzhou. She's from Eindhoven University of Eindhoven. She will give us some. Finally, we'll have some conclusions about strategic planning for this kind of village as well.
So today I'm going to present my some context of my dissertation because I'm going to have my defense next month.
Oh.
So I can give a full,
almost ready.
A full picture of my thesis and the conclusion chapter. This research is about village in the city in Guangzhou, China, explorative research of a new planning approach. And first of all, I will introduce the background of village in the city in Guangzhou, and then I will discuss the research object and methodology, and finally give a more detailed discussion about the conclusion chapter, concept framework on the strategic urban project approach for the sustainable development of a village in the city in Guangzhou. Village in the city is a very specific urban form in Chinese cities, and they emerged much earlier in Guangzhou than many other Chinese cities. And due to the rapid urbanization in the past 30 years, so there are a large number of villages were swallowed by urban areas. But the city government, they usually requisition the farmland of the village and leaving the village settlement. So this kind of the village, they haven't become a fully urban area, but become village in the city characterized by dual urban structure. And there are 138 villages in the city in Guangzhou now, mixed with urban areas. And in fact, villages in the city play a very positive role in the Chinese urbanization process. Firstly, they provide cheap housing for rural migrants who are excluded by the formal urban system. Secondly, they provide new income for villagers who lost their farmlands. And thirdly, they provide cheap service for both urban area and village in the city. And now there are two types of redevelopment strategies. The first one is a kind of a top-down approach. It means that a kind of conventional planning approach. So this kind of approach foresees the replacement of village in the city by high-rise building and modern towns. And in fact, due to the conflict of various stakeholders, and many approaches actually cannot be implemented. And the second approach is a kind of a bottom-up approach that conducted by the informal sector and the households. However, due to the lack of planning guidance and also the lack of cooperation with other stakeholders, this kind of approach also failed in many cases. So there is an urgent need of a new planning approach that organizes productive interplay between various key stakeholders, the state, the market, and society. The research object is then to explore a new planning approach for the sustainable development of village in the city. And this research object was tailored as firstly a critical diagnosis of the actual development condition of VIC. Secondly, adapting the methodology of the strategic urban project approach to the context of VIC. And although the issues of VIC are very specific, and there are actually many common aspects between VIC and informal settlement in other countries. And in the past 30 years, the strategic urban project approach have been widely advocated in informal settlement upgrading. And there are three key stakeholders in this kind of approach: the state, the market, and civil society. And now I try to adapt this approach for the VIC's redevelopment. And the key is to see the role of three key stakeholders, because like the state, the market, they probably similar to the Chinese context, but the civil society is not very suitable to the Chinese context. The research methodology: firstly, a critical interpretation and evaluation of the specific development condition and issues of VIC. Secondly, development of a suitable conceptual framework for the government's triangle, the state, the market, and civil society, adapted to the Chinese context and in particular to the context of VIC. Thirdly, development of a suitable concept framework for the strategic urban project approach for the sustainable redevelopment of VIC in Guangzhou. And this framework shows how I adapt this approach to the Chinese context. And there are actually three checks of the strategic urban partnership of the state, the market, and civil society, and long-term visions and short-term actions. So through case study, development condition issues, the role of key stakeholders of VIC, and also analyze the application, the use of this kind of approach in informal settlement upgrading in other countries. Then this is all is together and come to three other checks in the Chinese in the VIC context. The first one is the partnership of the state, the market, and society, and second one visions at 3 scale level, and the third one is actions at strategic allocations. And now I will give a more detailed discussion of the conclusion chapter of my dissertation, a conceptual framework on the strategic urban project approach for the sustainable redevelopment of VIC in Guangzhou. As I mentioned before, there are many common aspects between VIC and slum areas in other countries. And also in the past 30 years, the strategic urban project approach were widely used in informal settlement upgrading. And there are three checks: partnership of key stakeholder, vision, action, and the mediating role of space is also emphasized. Check one, partnership of three key stakeholders: the state, the market, and civil society. And civil society now become a new key stakeholder in informal settlement upgradings, besides two traditional stakeholders, the state and the market. And they are very important for the successful of this kind of upgrading. And there are also a complex relation between strategic urban project approach and economic integration. The state, the market, and civil society are actually agencies of redistribution, market exchange, and reciprocity. And vision summarizes the desired future of a city into a period image. It have a very long-term perspectives and consider the structure of the city as a whole. And this is image. This vision is Nakuru as eco city. Yeah, I just saw a picture. I saw the image.